Hi, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome to my channel. This is Simply Coco. So today we're going to do a full face tutorial. Excuse me. I just popped my aligners back in, so my bad. Y'all might hear a little listen. But today we are going to do a simple tutorial, especially the base. We're going to focus on the base. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. You know I'm trying to go up with the big stars, okay? So we're going to go ahead and grab our brow prep. Yes, brow prep. So we're prepping our eyebrows before we do the real thing. So all you have to do is just brush up your eyebrows diagonally, not straight up. You want to make it look as natural as possible. And afterwards, then you go over your clear brow gel to help wet the eyebrow a little bit to keep the eyebrow in place, so you could prep it and just make your eyebrow look extra laminated. Especially if you have like thick bushy eyebrows, this technique will help you. And so after your brow gel, then you go over with your brow laminator, which that is the glue that it keeps your eyebrows in place. I got this off of TikTok. It is Grande Cosmetic brow laminator, which baby, this help your eyebrows grow more hair and it keeps it in place. It doesn't flake, it doesn't dry up. So I'm showcasing my concealer and my favorite eyebrow pencil. My favorite eyebrow pencil, I got this off of not TikTok. I got it off of Amazon, my mistake. Which, I am filling up the sparse area to make my eyebrows look more full. And then also just create you a couple of false brow hair to make your eyebrows again appear full. I almost forgot to tell you this. Make sure you're light-handed when you create your false hairs, because you don't want them too dark. You don't want to end up looking like a Sharpie, and if you press hard, it's gonna splatter everywhere. You don't want that. But baby, look at them brows though. Look how fluffy and natural they look. Okay, period. So what we're gonna do is fluff out the front of the eyebrows only to make it look more natural, look like growing out your face. Okay. Because one thing we're going to do, we're going to have a nice laminated brow natural look. Period. So now you're going to go over your eyebrows with a natural color concealer that is close to your skin color. And you be very precise and very careful. And then afterwards, you go over with a nice fluffy brush to blend it out to make it look extra natural. Okay. So the concealers I use are Too Faced. I use the color Nude and Caramel, and I like to mix them. So you go under your eyebrows and use the color that is 2 times lighter than your skin to give it like a natural sharp effect for your eyebrows. Then you go over with the same brush and you blend it out once you carve out your eyebrows. And this is how your eyebrows should be looking, nice and sharp. So now we're going to go over with the eyeshadow base. I use P. Louis, the color Rumor 2. And when you do this, make sure you pat it on. Don't rub it in, just pat it on so you can have full coverage. So after that, you use a brush and you blend it out. Make it look like skin, okay? And this is what your eyes should look, nice and skinned. So I use the contour palette as an eyeshadow palette for Black Radiance. I use medium to dark, and I'm using a medium color to match my skin tone, because to be honest, we're doing a cat eye. Yes, we're going to do a cat eye. But when you do that, make sure you use a fluffy brush to blend it out so it can look natural and soft. Okay, like that. And now we're going to do our wing eyeliner. And I'm gonna be honest, I freehand, but you can use tape to make it easier, so you have a very sharp, crispy wing line. And you're just basically drawing a triangle at the end of your line. So once you do that, you just fill it in your space, and then you go into your corner eye and you just drag it to the triangle until you see a wing. And the cat eye is complete. Now we're going to go over with the cat eye lashes, which I got that off of Amazon. I use this technique. I put the glue on my eyelid and then I place the lash on there, so the lash could look like it's coming straight out from your eyelid. So now we're going to go to the most fun part. So I use serum to prep my face. So I have dry skin, so I use serum to moisturize my face. So after that, then I'll go over with Cetaphil moisturizer, a daily moisturizer, and you put that, it feels so good. It's nice and cold. You put that on your face to skin prep it. This is like skin prep, it is very important to your makeup. It also is kind of like skincare as well. So after that, then I go over with my primer spray. NYX, I love this stuff. I got that off of Amazon. So once you do that, you let it dry for 30 seconds. Then you go over with your Hydro Liquid Gel Primer, which you just pat that on your face. Just pat it on and until it's nice and sticky. So once you do that, you also go over for 30 seconds to dry. So I have two different color foundation, two different brands. I mix them to match my skin tone, and you see, melted. Melted, baby, melted. Skin matching is crazy. So when you do that, you use your foundation brush and you just pat it in. You just pat it in to give it more of an airbrush look. And I was kind of rushing because my light and my phone was in the middle of dying, but we just pat it in until it looks very HD-ish. So now we're going to go over with our bronzer. I have warmed up the bronzer on the back of my hand to give it like a natural effect, because you don't want to look like Hansel Squibber now. But to place the contour, you put it on top of your cheekbone, not under it, on top of it to give it like a natural lift. So after that, you just blend out the edges with the same foundation brush. Don't put no foundation on the foundation brush. It has like the foundation residue to make it look very nice and natural. So just use that to blend the edges. And then you use what's a little left of the contour and you put it on your nose, just like so. And that's when my phone died. So if you have the time, you could go back, screenshot the prep of the highlighting. So what I'm doing is I'm blending out the edges of the highlighter. I am stuttering. And it gives it like more of a natural look. It doesn't make your face look wide. It makes your face look snatched. I am a brush girl, so it's very professional of me to do this. So you just blend it out. So after you're done blending out the edges, that's when you can go in the middle of the highlight and blend it out. You do the same as well. You do the same for your top of your head, your nose, and for your chin. Oh yeah, I also want to point out too something. When you blend your concealer, make sure it's a little bit dry to give it a full coverage. You don't want it too dry because it will be very hard to blend out. But the concealer has to be at least a tad bit dry to give you that full coverage effect. So after you're done blending out your highlight, then you want to go over that same foundation brush and just blend out the edges to make sure there is no harsh line. You want to make it as seamless and as natural as possible. You don't want to look too, just look at that. Look how seamless it is. But also go over with your liquid blush or your jelly blush. And when you do that, just pat it out, get you a big fluffy brush and just blend out the blush. I know it's a lot of word blush, but the blush got to be blushing, you guys, okay? You don't want to look like the clown. You want to make it look like you're actually blushing. So then we're going to go over with the contour. When you contour, get you a big fluffy brush, and when you do, tap some of the product off so it won't be too harsh to your skin. So when you contour right under your cheekbone just a little bit, and put a little bit of that powder on the brush and contour your nose as well. The bigger the blush, the fluffier the brush, the lighter your contour. And so I use an eyeshadow palette to use my blush because I ain't got no real blush, but I got this palette also from Amazon, and it's very, very pigmented. And the setting powder, my phone died again because I was trying to get the whole thing, and yeah, it was just, everything was complicated. And so I went through 3 different stages of lip liners. That light brown was not it, so I went to try to do like a red, and I was still not feeling it. And then I finally went over with a dark brown lip liner. I love my dark brown to nude lip, and it was just the icing on the cake. But today was just a havoc. Like, I didn't get to record every little thing, but with the setting powder, so when you set your powder, make sure you blend out the edges so it looks seamless, so it won't look harsh. You don't want no harsh line. But that sunlight was hitting though, and yes, that's when my light died. My light died on me, so I had to use the natural light. So when I do that brown to nude, that nude, it was just popping. So whenever you dust off that not contour, the setting powder, make sure you use a clean fluffy brush and just really blend it out, and also blend that contour line so it won't look too harsh. Again, you don't want to look like handsome Squidward. And you're staying with your inner corners as well. Get your nice clean fluffy brush and just swipe away. Don't dig into it, just like a lightly swipe away. Just look at that. I love me a good highlight. Thank you for all your love and support, and thank you for bearing with me. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you can see more of my content. Y'all have a blessed day. Kisses.